Hello guys, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, Benji Speaks Football. This is my first YouTube video, so kindly hit that YouTube subscribe button below and subscribe to my channel. The reason why I've decided to go through this path is to solely share my opinions on the larger footballing and off-field matters of my beloved football club, that is Chelsea Football Club, particularly on 1. Match preview and after match analysis. 2. Transfers, that is both incomings and outgoings. 3. Transfer rumors and speculations. And lastly, squad review. So, without much ado, let's get on with the nitty-gritty of Chelsea Football Club. And my first task is to do a match preview between Chelsea FC and Manchester City, a home tie to be precise, and also a late kickoff. So, before getting to the pre-match aura, I'll have a recap of the previous match between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, a away match at the Midlands where the match settled for a 1-1 draw with goals from Raheem Sterling and Sergio Aurier. Well, I'll say we are on a row of a very, very bad spell, equaling one win in the last 7 Premier League games. Wow. Just wow. I'll say that's the worst run of poor results for the last decade of our recent history. Okay, some may argue it's all down to the injuries to key players such as Ricky James, Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante, etc. etc. But from my own opinion, I think this club has been on a downward spiral since the last EPL title win with Antonio Conte at the helm. Our squad building has been terrible for quite a while, with the board splashing money on any clout trading player without any scouting of their profile. That alone has given us so many players on big money moves, to be precise, who do not fit in the manager's own player profile. I'll mention a few. For example, the likes of Bakayoko, Ross Barkley, Danny Drinkwater, and so forth. Even though many of the core have left the club, I still feel their impacts drain our club. Now, we have the hire and fire philosophy of the previous regime. Even though it has brought about the success we all be accustomed to, it is not ideal and sustainable when it comes to mounting a successful title challenge. Let me paraphrase. Since both Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp took charge of both City and Liverpool, that is respectively, they have really remodeled the title challenge to solemnly consistency in management and continued squad building with their very own player profile. Unlike us, whom we have scored stashed players from previous managers who have different playing styles, honestly, this has hindered us in terms of consistency in the league games, but made us a proper captain. Now, we have a new ownership led by Todd Boehly Consortium, who have a different way of management. I won't discuss the entire takeover process because of time constraints, and this video was not intended for that. Anyway, all they are trying to do is to build a project of young players, to be precise, under 25s, who will compete for a very, very long time or period instead of the old style of management involving quick success, with, which involved signing players on their peak or on their peak. Well, it is said you can't win anything with kids. Okay, don't know, to some extent it's true. But on Todd Boehly's scenario, I get the scene or the sense behind it. You see, this approach will give the players enough time to blend in together and develop game patterns, something which our attack is not accustomed to, or rather the connection between the midfield and the attack, which it doesn't blend in well. Well, this is supported by employing a project manager or a project coach in Graham Potter. I have followed his career pyramid at his previous clubs, that is at Ostergaard and Brighton City. And to be honest, it has yielded success at the end. But when it comes to Chelsea Football Club, it is a different type of project. We are used to quick success, and that is one thing embodied in every Chelsea football fan. It will be a challenge, I'll tell you, it will be a challenge getting used to it, because a project involves a specific time frame. Okay, a project at its early stages involves destruction of the previous structure and rebuilding rebuilding the entire structure in a new way, and it comes with a stream of very poor results at the start, that is, before it stabilizes. So, Chelsea fans, comment below there on what you think of the project, and are you willing to give Potter and Boehly time to do the rebuild? So, with all that, let's get to the pre-match preview of Chelsea and Manchester City. First and foremost, I deploy a 4-3-3 formation because of the nature of the game and in order to match Mancity more settled 4-3-3 formation. In goal, it's a no-brainer. I'll start Kepa, who has a much better ball distribution and also in good form, with Mendy, who has returned to match training but lacking match fitness. At the back, Thiago Silva maintains his spot as one of the central defenders. But contrarily, I'll pair him with Trevor Chalobah to give the pairing both experience and pace against a tricky front three of Man City. For the full-back positions, Cucurella maintains his spot at left back due to the absence of Ben Chilwell due to injury. However, at right back, I prefer pace and intensity. That's why I'll go with an academy player or an academy right back over Azpilicueta. I'll be honest. Azpilicueta is past it, and have been costing us games over and over and over. His defensive and attack ability is championship level. Let's be honest. And I'm concerned why we gave him a 2-year contract extension in the first place. I get it. It is his leadership skills and presence required in the rebuild. But I don't get why we give him game time. It's really, really annoying. Let's proceed to the midfield. I'll pick Zakaria to sit at the base of the midfield over Jorginho as a lone defensive midfielder, or the traditional number 6 role. Jorginho lacks mobility and defensive work rate, so for me, he sits this one out. I'll pick 2 number 8s in the name of Mount as a left central midfielder and Kovacic as a right central midfielder. At attack, I'll pick Pulisic, who maintains his spot and has a recent good relationship with Mancity. He's oftenly have scored past them. I'll pick Kai Havertz as a central forward. Or in the middle of the pack. And I'll pick Sterling at the right wing to provide both experience at the attack because he knows City so well. So that's all about the formation. It's a 4-3-3 formation, and that's how I plan or predict what I will deploy against Man City. So I guess that's it for today. I've explored everything I needed to tell, and since this was my first video, comment down there how I've fared, and I hope to improve further and further. And the next YouTube video or the next video, I'll be talking about transfers, rumors, and speculation containing transfer speculation for Benfica midfielder Enzo Fernandez